Honestly, my goal when I started Seven Figure Publishing was to put more opportunities in front of more readers. Agora Financial specifically, and the entire Agora network in general, do a fantastic job, industry best, of putting different types of ideas in front of different readers and giving them different ways to grow their wealth, to take more control of their finances and improve their life. But my group, which came from tech originally, biotech, consumer tech, the technologies that are coming online now that are going to change people's lives for the better for years and years to come, we knew that we had a lot more stories to tell, and we could go deeper in those stories and convey more opportunity to more readers. It's the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I refuse to publish any idea, editorial or promotional, that if I could, I would give to my family as well. That's kind of the standard that we hold our copywriters, our marketers, and our editors to, is that every idea that we publish, every idea that comes from Seven Figure Publishing has to come from diligent research. We have to make sure that we check every angle, and we have to make sure that if we could share these ideas with our family, we would. Market cycles come and go. Political aspects come and go. That's all very cyclical. The businesses that are going to stand the test of time are the ones that put the readers first and always deliver ideas that are the most diligently researched and that we as an entire team can stand behind. The best piece of business advice I've ever received is probably something similar to what I just said about always putting the customer, putting the member first, because at the end of the day, they're the final judgment on whether or not our business will succeed or fail. Strictly as it relates to the business of Seven Figure Publishing, probably the best piece of advice I've ever received is enjoy it while it lasts, because it never does. That could be a big trend that we're having great success with right now. Something's going to happen, something's going to turn in the markets, or something's going to change politically, something's going to change in American society, where that trend is going to go away, and tomorrow we're going to come in and we're going to be back at square one. So we try to take joy and pleasure in the moment when we're telling the big stories, the big trends that have everyone all excited, because we know they're not going to last forever, and sooner or later we're going to have to come back and build it all from scratch again. So that's what makes it fun too, is because the business is constantly changing around us in that way. We published our first research on cannabis in the summer of 2016. It proved to be phenomenally successful. We've brought hundreds of thousands of new readers into SFP on cannabis legalization stories and medical therapeutics and all the different ways that the cannabis industry has exploded and it's changing folks' lives. And we've done many millions of dollars in sales on that story and all the different angles of research that's taken us to. And we don't see declining enthusiasm even after all these years. I think what comes next is wider use and more legalization in the United States. It's going to help epilepsy, Parkinson's, a host of diseases and ailments that we're just now discovering. The recreational aspects, the criminal justice aspects, like how it's going to continue to mushroom out into society with these positive changes. It's going to be worth tens and tens of billions of dollars. And Europe is next. The rest of the world is next. What we've seen in cannabis today to now is truly just the beginning. Truly no detail is too small to pay attention to. Whether that's like how we write about a new story or introduce our readers to a new trend, how we stretch ourselves to find new ways to put promotional ideas in front of readers so that we can reach more and more folks in different audiences who may not know anything about our business yet. To run a successful business and be as nimble as we need to be in this business, that you have to pay attention to everything. Because if you're not paying attention to everything at every step of the way, a business can get away from you really quickly. And those are the people that we want to work with, the people who want to come to work every day and push themselves, pay attention to everything, do their very best, and then come back tomorrow and try to find a way to do it even better. Because those are the people again, for the long term, that you're going to build a successful, sustainable business around. We have an exciting lineup of new gurus that we're adding to the business. We just added Judge Andrew Napolitano. We also came to a deal with Kevin Harrington, who was the original shark on Shark Tank. We have some expert traders that we're talking to right now too. But on top of the new personalities that we're bringing into the business, we're pushing Ray Blanco and Mike Bernick and Greg Gentzler, the guys that we've worked with for years and years, to go out and find that next trend, to find that next big story that's going to be transformational for people, help them grow their wealth, help them get to where they want to be. They're a resilient group. They never get too high, they never get too low, they take the work seriously. Agora in general for years has had a work hard, play hard mentality. And it was very important to me when SFP first began that I continue that, because that's one of the traditions of the company I think that we're all most proud of, is that every day we're going to come in and we're going to pour everything we possibly have into what we do today, and then we're going to go have fun, right? Like, no one wants to be a robot, no one wants to work 80 hours a week and not get anything productive back for that in their own lives. And I think our team represents that really well. And when I say they don't get too high, they don't get too low, we have a success. We don't spend a lot of time patting each other on the back. Like, we have fun with it, but we come back and we got to do the job again tomorrow. The flip side of that coin, which I think deserves to be spoken about, but not a lot of people do, is that like 80% of what we do is going to fail, right? We're a failure-based business. An ideas-based business, by definition, is going to be a failure-based business. And you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to fail over and over again and not let failure affect your feelings about yourself or your sense of self-worth. We test an idea in the market gives us a result, we come back tomorrow and we test based on that information. Failure has to be learned from, it has to make you stronger, and it has to inform what you're going to test tomorrow. I think our team represents that really well. I get asked often, do you need a specific background or a professional pedigree to fit in at seven-figure publishing or in the Agora universe? And no. I don't care who your parents were. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care where you went to school. I don't care if you even did go to school. I don't care where you live. I don't care. Nothing of that matters. What matters is that you have a diligent passion to grow a business, to be a part of something, to contribute to something that this collective vision that seven-figure publishing has, of what we're trying to build for the future. So how we can bring more and more people into this business, treat them great, make sure they have a great experience, and do business with them for years and years to come. If that's what you're about, nothing else about your background, your past, what you did, or, you know, let's come on in, let's have a conversation. The only prerequisite to work for seven-figure publishing is passion.